progress.
Hi, I'm Zoe. It's Monday, the 20th of June, and I have our ninth fundamental, which is show meaningful appreciation. Recognize people doing things right rather than pointing out when they do things wrong. Regularly extend meaningful acknowledgement and appreciation in all directions throughout our organization. So think back to a time in your life when you were given praise for something you did and think about how that made you feel. Hopefully that moment is an easy standout in your mind and it made you feel uplifted and energized. You have this memory ingrained and felt those things because someone in your life gave you meaningful appreciation. Positive reinforcement is a better tool to help instill positive behaviors in others rather than using negative reinforcement to try and weed out unwanted behaviors. When giving someone positive reinforcement, it's important to make sure that the appreciation you give is meaningful. Overuse of appreciation can over time reduce the value of the praise that is given and essentially just have what you're saying be meaningless words. You want to make sure that you're also not celebrating mediocrity as it will devalue exceptional work. You want to make sure that you're giving meaningful appreciation when exceptional work is being done. To show meaningful appreciation to others, you should always make sure that you should be following the 4 steps that I'm about to talk about. 1, always be honest with the appreciation. 2, always make sure that the appreciation is given to a person in a timely manner. You don't want to wait hours to praise something that was done in the morning. It'll be more effective to give the appreciation in the moment when that behavior has been done. Get specific about the appreciation, which is number 3. Make sure to tell the person exactly what it was that they did that was successful. Number 4, describe the impact of their action or behavior and what the outcome is from that success. So taking number 3 and talking about how it then impacts the outcome or something farther down the line. It can sometimes feel difficult to show meaningful appreciation. We all feel like if we're doing what is expected of us, we pass. But it's important to stop and take the time to acknowledge positive behaviors, even if there's sometimes what is expected of us. They're a reinforcement tool. This is especially important when someone is starting to learn something new. It helps to establish the positive behaviors that are being done. For example, this happened maybe 2 months ago. Nick was stickering boxes for a Slater order, and he noticed an incorrect BML on a product sticker before it was stickered onto the box. I told Nick that he did a good job catching the mistake and that he saved us time by doing so. Nick was paying attention to details. He double-checked my work and caught a mistake. Those are all relating back to number 3 of how to show meaningful appreciation, which is get specific. I also told him that he wound up saving time where we would otherwise had to have stickered over 100 boxes, restickered over 100 boxes, which then goes into number 4 of how to show meaningful appreciation, which is describe the impact of their action or behavior and what that outcome is. So he saved us time by catching this mistake. Being able to go into detail about how someone succeeded will create a bigger and longer lasting impact for that person. It can be difficult to receive acknowledgement or praise. A lot of time people will be thanked for something and they'll try and brush it off. However, it's just important to accept acknowledgement as it is to give it. Allowing praise to soak in and accept it will make you feel better and will allow the giver of that appreciation to feel heard. It's also important to recognize that when you're giving acknowledgement, how others like to receive it. Not everyone likes to celebrate success in front of others. Some would prefer to be pulled aside and then be acknowledged. So try and make that happen for people. It's more meaningful that way. It's also important to realize that celebrating success goes across the company in all directions. It's not just a downward trend. Peers should acknowledge other peers. Peers should acknowledge managers. Managers should be able to acknowledge other managers. For example, when Eamon talks about how important of a resource John and I are for his work and how much he appreciates what we do for him, that's an example of how we should all be able to show meaningful appreciation to others and not just those who we manage. Life is often busy, but it's so important to be able to pause and celebrate success in a meaningful way. By acknowledging others, you help to leave a lasting, positive impact on their actions and their life. I hope I explained that well. I hope you have a good rest of your day.